Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays Slay the Spire 17-16-16. Here we are, having won a run in our last episode. Obtain a curse, choose a rare. Obtain a curse, choose a rare. 100%. What's the best rare? Dude, I'm telling you, Seek is the best rare, because it could be any card. However, Biased plus Core Surge, very tempting. Very, very tempting indeed. I'm going to start with Seek. It's an amazing card, obviously. This is not an amazing start. What do we want? Sadly, nothing. We don't really... In my own defense here. In my own defense. Sorry, I was trying to get the whistle out again. We don't have much to seek. So the fact that we didn't play it, I don't think matters very much. When we get better cards, we're going to look to them. I will say, I love a defrag. It's a little weak early. Now that it's been upgraded for the low, low price of free, I disagree, and I think it's fantastic. We should certainly seek... I think a defend, though it might get me called a little poopy butt baby. I think putting up a little bit of block on this turn is a necessity. We would prefer not to kill all the enemies right away, which is why we're not going to play that defrag. We want to ride out our healing potion as long as it's, you know, plausible for us to do so. Not even going to get the 2 extra off of that, but that's okay. So I still also think that a hologram is very good, but I'm thinking deck-wise now. And now I go, okay, well, what if we get Seek? Hold on. Apotheosis is too expensive. Okay. If we get Seek on a turn where we want block, now we get Reinforced Body. We have an actual, like, Seek target. I will remove a card from my deck. Keep this baby thin. Man. So I will probably choose to skip the elite on the right. It's just a little bit too dangerous in my world. I do hate the idea of getting yet another curse that when we remove it from our deck takes max HP, but I will do so nonetheless. And then I will just get a max HP up here. And the Gremlin Horn. Okay, this is a very fast floor. No denial there. If I play Defrag and Zap, he will wake up. So I'm going to play Defrag, Zap, and Strike. Because the time has come. Now, Seek will only find something in our draw pile. Do I really want to seek out a defend? Yes. I suppose. Really good damage early. I was just going to say we're hoping for the zap. Since we got the zap, we're going to play quite a lot of block just to try to keep our HP as high as possible. Then on a turn like this, we're going to do that. And down to 33, which is actually 28. You're going to live for a little bit longer. We kill you this turn, or things go wet. Well, you're not dead. We're taking 1 damage, though, and you're dead next turn. So this actually went very well, all things considered. And I think this deck could pop. Kunai is not really something we're thinking of right now, but Sweeping Beam helps us draw to the gas more quickly. We will rest. I would much prefer to upgrade for our final boss fight. Let's see how that looks when we get there. Can't even afford to remove anything. Everything's fine for now. It would be real nice to kill these guys early. Wow. I love it. I was skeptical about using that potion, and then it just, I mean, everything turned out beautifully for us, more or less. So this is already 8 defend. I like that a lot. I will take a dual cast on top of it, And you are dead, my friend. In a very thin deck, I do see a Claw, especially with a Kunai, as a possibility. I also understand the potential value of Recursion, especially when we've got extra focus. I hope this is the best of both worlds right now. But maybe I shouldn't be looking at a deck as being the best of both worlds. Should be looking at a deck as one unified element. 10 damage. Wow. So this is 20 damage. Plus 5. You are dead. Very easy fight. I mean, you're dead in many ways, but... Storm into defrag, or, you know, really into any power. You start to see the value there. Okay, as of right now, I like this deck. It's 17 cards. I think it can do the business for us. We don't want to dual cast early. We want to get defrags out there. You were doing 30 damage. That's a lot. This would be a great time to have static discharge. Unfortunately, we do not. Now, we could use Seek to draw a defend. I would describe that as, you know, possibly one of the worst plays I've ever heard of in my entire life. Instead, we're just going to work you down. We've already got 15. There we go. We've already got 15 damage by default every single turn. Anything on top of that is just gravy. 6 damage. I could hit you for 20. I don't feel the need to do that. I'd love to play Zap here, but I will, for now, just keep things going steady, I think. Yeah, I think we're turning the vice here. I see this deck having a chance. Not a guarantee, mind you, but a chance at potential success. I don't want to... Like, the orbs, they're doing fine by themselves. You're doing great, sweetie. Keep it up. We have 10 damage coming in. If we could play this for 2, that would be ideal. Sure, why not? We lose nothing by... He's dead. He's just taken a little while to realize it. Now, we're also dead, and it's taken me longer than I'd like to admit to realize it. Now we should go for broke. We're going to be at 8 HP. With many burns added to our deck. It's very dangerous. It's going to be touchy. No more Seers, my dude. We have to kill him. We're not going to kill him. We have died. So like I said, I see this deck working. We just died to burns. A little embarrassing. Things were starting to get there, but keep in mind we lost our first silent run in the last episode as well. Hubris. Hubris got me there. Also, no weakness effects. Upgrade, random common relic, lose 7 max HP, remove 2 cards, lose your starting relic. Obtain a random boss relic. Took the common relic. I like it. I don't like it that much, but I like it okay. Yeah, I mean, why would you play another strike on top of that? The thing is, you gotta let the enemies know that, like, you know, you're on their side too. It's like, you know, try not to make it too easy on them. Okay, let's be smarter than we were on our last run. What do we like here? Leap is a pretty good upgrade over a basic block, in my opinion. We could upgrade a Leap or a Zap, or we could remove a card, or we could transform. This time I'm going to upgrade the Zap. In the future, I will probably trend towards removal. I hate our left path, because it doesn't give us many choices. I actually think that an Explosive Potion is extremely important turn 1. Okay, we got very lucky. We got, not turn 1, sorry, I should say floor 1. For this exact reason, by the way. We got a weak potion to replace it. What do we like? Nothing. Do we wish to fight an elite? I would say no. And my reason for this right now is, like, we can have a very, very upgraded deck early. I don't necessarily want to throw that away just for a chance at you know, getting a relic that may or may not even be useful and might cost us, well, it might cost us our lives. I will take a second leap. The idea being maybe we'll get a chance, you know, to remove basic blocks, basic defense, I should say, from our deck at a later date. 6 damage. Well, one of these days I'm going to draw more attacks. I promise you it will happen. Don't even question it. This is going really well. I hate when I don't listen to the comments and then they end up being right, which is almost all the time. I do love charge battery. This is how you know I'm a changed man. I love charge battery, but guess what? We had too many blocks. We just had too many blocks. This time I'll fight the elite. I think it's the right time for it. I hope we get something half decent here. I would say that we didn't. And this time I'm going to remove a basic defend because I think our deck is too defensively minded. Now, this, sadly, I think is our most important play. We could have hit him. Because of the vulnerability, we would have gotten through. But I really want, like, basically this. Zap dual cast. So this is probably our worst elite. I know I say that all the time. And it's unlikely every elite could be our worst elite. But this one's pretty bad for us. Or is he? I mean, we're taking, like, very little damage. Maybe I am extremely wrong, and actually we're gonna own this guy because of our upgraded defenses. He's actually dead. That went extremely well. And Preserved Instinct allows us to fight elites in the future. Ball Lightning, very important for DPS right now. Why is this deck so good? Oh, because it's 13 cards and they're upgraded, and you finally followed our advice and it's working. No! I meant, like, don't answer the question. What I meant was tell me I normally do everything right, and this time it's just a fluke. Okay? I actually still feel like Rebound fits this deck very nicely. And we should Smith, because, again, resting before this guy, I mean, I can't say it's worked out amazingly for us to not rest, but I suppose we gotta try, right? I just don't want to fight this guy anymore, if possible. That went extraordinarily well. Okay. So I love having the zap on speed dial. It's a lot of damage output early. We are about to take 6 damage. Probably should dual cast before we play our lightning channeling abilities. It pulled it straight out of there. This time it doesn't matter. Most of the time it'll matter a little bit. This seems to be going okay. I think we should rebound a basic defend this time. Most of the time we are going to want to rebound a cheap zap, I think. $16 damage. There's no zap. So what do we want to do? Dual cast first. Then ball lightning. And we're going to rebound our upgraded leap. Just, you know, defense seems pretty important right now. Zap is obviously great. Dude, this deck bangs. How is it doing it? 30 damage. Every time. Hey, this deck bangs. Oh, I'm dead. I didn't know I could make that voice. Hey, I'll tell you what. Let's let God decide. I mean, he's dead if we draw an attack of any sort. Good lord. You had to make me nervous before it happened, right? I still believe in the power of this deck. I think it's got great stuff going. Hyper Beam is not what we want. I will say if we get a Core Surge, that changes things. But right now, we want Buffer. Can't even afford the other option. And, of course, we would like to go Sozu. We can live with no potions. I think. Let's take this path. Alright, this guy. Real pain in the butt. What do we want? as early as possible. We actually shouldn't have played rebound there. I know it seems like it's way too inside baseball, but that's not a good turn for us to do that. Keep that buffer alive as long as possible. That's 9, 15. Okay, so now we have a buffer active. The second one, or we have an attack block. The second one is going to hit our buffer. We have to do 14 damage, which is actually like 8 damage, and he is dead. So far, so good. Think wisely about what we got going on here. We don't really need a cold snap. What we're waiting on is a lightning, like a thunderstorm. Lightning strike, whatever the heck the... You know what I'm talking about. The lightning and the thunder, thunder, lightning and the thunder. You remember the song. It gets the people going. You're supposed to feel the lightning and then the thunder, thunder. Please tell me you're dead at least. Thank you. We do still take 1 damage. That's not really a big deal. No need to play buffer. We will, but there is no need. We have to do 28 damage. Oh, you are lucky. That's Ascension for you. Yes, I actually think Consume is extremely good right now. I don't want to lose HP because I want to continue to upgrade our cards as much as possible. A second Consume might be overkill. I almost feel like Capacitor might do it for us here. But I have to think. Just using my noggin, okay? I think I'm gonna take a capacitor once. Who cares? It matters. It still matters. That way our orbs, we get our slot back so we can use Consume without losing all of our slots by the end of combat. That's my thinking, at least. Thank you for at least not letting me spend it. That was very foolish of me. I will take Strawberry. You know what? No, I won't. I'm going to take Panacea, or Panacea. The idea there being that even right now, it's good. But now we can take a Hyper Beam without it possibly ruining us. Not even just a Hyper Beam, a Bias Cognition, Hot and Fresh out the kitchen, for example. We're going to rebound our Zap. We'll certainly dual cast. Hit you again right after. Yeah, I think that this is more than fine. Our starting turn is very bad. The second turn, I guess I should say. So we'll Zap. We should Capacitor. Consume. I want to play everything here, even though this is a bit of a ill-advised use of that. So we're forced to rest. No doubt about it. 15. Plus 8 wouldn't kill you on the best of days. Only taking 8 damage there is a huge blessing. We're going to be forced to rest. I think we don't fight elites. Tempting. I think we dodge elites as much as we can, and it seems to be working out. I do also see the power of Glacier here. I think I will take it. Defense is becoming increasingly a little bit more cumbersome. I'm okay going vulnerable against this guy, but I wish we didn't, but... So usually you are going to want to start with a Zap. Yeah, this is good. Leap won't take us there. Are we... No, it will take us there, so we definitely play the buffer. Alright. This is the most I've ever bought into being a thin-decked daddy, quote unquote. 8 and 5. And, well, this is a buffer turn. I think we have to go for broke. So I do think we rebound, consume. It takes our back slot. That's so ideal. Or is it? Dual cast. Already gives us 14 block. This is what I'm trying to do. Just up our focus as much as possible, as renewably as possible. I completely believe in taking some frost options now. I hope you'll bear with me momentarily here, because this is like, it's an archetype of this character that I've never used before in my life. Renewable focus gain. At least to a modest extent. You're dead. So I think we've made enough alterations to this deck to not have to add anymore. Unless it really, really fits what we're trying to get across. So I looked at an Apotheosis and I thought it was a good option. I'll admit. I do want to take like a hologram, but I'm going to start by removing. We can still afford the hologram. I think the hologram is acceptable. We really want to upgrade it quickly, though. Gremlin Horn is fine. It's so nice to have a leap that blocks 12 damage. Almost by design, apparently. So many enemies do 12 damage. So, I mean, again, we have a leap that blocks 12, so... It's a slow start for us. Can't really blame the fact that we have an 18-card deck for that. This is pretty bad, admittedly. So we're going to rebound, consume, zap, dual cast. Thank you. Thank you for that. Now we've managed to put up 12 block. Added... couple things to the deck. You're hidden for 18. I will still defend, and I will still play the Panacea. Panacea, let me go. This is a turn that I've kind of like mentally prepared myself for. That's what buffer's there for, I guess. Still hidden. Well worth adding a daze to the deck to for sure take no damage there. Okay. What I will tell you about my position in this run right now. I have no idea where it's headed long term. I honestly just don't know where this run goes. These guys, I mean, Panacea is not worth playing or not worth playing there. I think, like, maybe you don't... probably play it anyway. But I don't know how we make ourselves stronger with this deck, except for what I already talked about, like a Hyper Beam into a Panacea, basically. Or a Panacea into a Hyper Beam, I guess. This is going to be a not super nice turn. We're going to take 2 damage. And it's only going to get worse until we at least wipe one of them out. Taking 6 damage. This is admittedly like this could be the end situation, so... Sorry, buffer. You just had to hit this one! Like, can I win? I can't. I will die. Wow, that's painful. Oh, that hurts. My soul leaving my body on that one is very painful, because I thought we had what I would consider to be a fun deck that had a real chance and was exploring a new archetype previously hitherto unknown. For now, though, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode, we'll be back with an Ironclad run. Hopefully it's not 3 off, 1 on, 1 off. Or hopefully it is 3 off, 1 on, 1 off. That way we only have 1 loss before the next episode. But hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like button. It was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya. See ya. See ya.